these are the payouts I got this month using the unicorn strategy. After countless of sleepless nights, the unicorn was the one that helped me compete against these prop firms. If you don't believe me, this is my current calendar trading the unicorn. In this video, we're going to go over exactly how I execute the strategy along with the risk management and trade management. Also, at the end of the video, I'll provide you with a freebie so you could start using the unicorn today. Let's just jump into it, boys. Alright, boys, to understand the unicorn, you need to understand what order blocks are. Essentially, what an order block is a bearish candle engulfed by a bullish candle. This is a bullish order block. And then we have a bullish candle that is engulfed by a bearish candle. What do I mean by engulfed? I mean that the body closes below the previous candle. Same case in the bullish example. A bearish candle prints, and then we have a bullish candle that closes above the bearish candle. We can see here to the left, we have a very clear example of an order block right here. We have a bearish candle, which is this candle right here, number 1. And then this candle number 2 gets engulfed by the first candle. As we can see here, price pumps, comes back to sweep liquidity, catch buyers off guard, taps inside of our zone, our order block zone, and price continues on its merry way towards the high. This is the intended purpose of an order block. As we mentioned before, this is how respected order blocks work. So price pumps, retraces inside of our bullish order block and continues towards the high. Same scenario here in the bearish example. We have a bearish order block because it's a bullish candle that's engulfed by a bearish candle. And we can see here price retraces inside of our zone here, inside of our bearish order block, and retraces lower, makes a new low. So essentially, this is how order blocks should get respected, and they should work like this. But in our case, for the unicorn, what we need to see is the inversion of an order block, making it a breaker block. So an inverted order block is a breaker block. So this is a bearish example right here. We have a bullish order block. We expect the price continue to pump higher. But immediately after, price inverses our bullish trade idea, making us bearish immediately. So once this inversion happens, once we get a body close below the bullish order block, it turns into a breaker block. Same case on the bullish example, we have a bearish order block right here that gets in place, a bullish candle engulfed by a bearish candle. What we expect to see is for price to tap inside of the bearish order block and continue lower. But in this case, we could see that price fails to respect the order block. So now we put in a bullish breaker block. And when you pair a bullish breaker block with a fair value gap right here, that is the unicorn. So essentially, you're going to have your limit entry right here, and you're going to wait for price to retrace inside of the fair value gap and enter on the trade. So now that you understand what the unicorn pattern looks like, let's go over the full checklist. To use the unicorn properly, make sure you're only using one asset. In this case, I'm trading NASDAQ, and make sure you're also using only one session. In this case, I'm trading the first 3 macros after New York Open. So a macro is essentially the last 15 minutes of an hourly candle close and the first 15 minutes of an hourly candle open. So we have 9:45, 10:15, which is the first macro, second macro 10:45, 11:15, and then we have 11:45, 12:15 as our third macro. The reason the macros are important are because of power of 3. We have our accumulation, we have our manipulation, and we have our distribution. We could see price sweeps liquidity, which is this low, inverses with a market structure shift above this high, and we enter on our first percentage gap right here to target the highs. To properly determine a bias, you're going to need a lot of time in the market, and you're going to need a lot of discretion. But essentially what I do is I use the previous sessions highs and lows as my draws and liquidity. So it's London high and low and Asia high and low. Also, I like to use the following time frames to scout and to determine my bias more accurately. So I check the daily, the 4-hour, the 1-hour, the 15-minute, and the 5-minute time frame. It's also very important for you to determine a new bias at the start of every macro. So for example, in the first macro, you're bullish, you could be bearish in the second macro and bullish in the third. So right here, we have price action from Wednesday, 27 May 2026, and it's currently 5 minutes before market open. So I like to start to determine my bias usually 5 minutes before the macro starts. So at 9:40, I'm already looking for my bias. Starting from the top, the daily candles don't really tell us much. We're currently trading all-time highs, so there's no real clear intentions of where price wants to go. Usually you want to be bullish in all-time highs. Same case in the 4-hour, you could see we're in a bullish trend. We could see price respected this bullish PDR rate to pump higher. Also, we could see here in the 4-hour that price is trading inside of a bullish order block, which is a concept we just talked about. So of course, we want to see this bullish order block get respected. Price taps into the bullish order block and we want to see it make a new high. In the 1-hour, we could see here that price already swept London low and tapped inside of not one, but 2 bullish order blocks. So I'm extremely bullish for my bias in the first macro. The reason being is because we took sell side liquidity and we want to see buy side liquidity get taken. If you want to find your sessions more accurately, you can use this indicator on TradingView, IZT kill zones. And we can see here that London low did in fact get swept. So now I have a strong bullish bias. What I'm doing now essentially is marking out any bearish order block. Why? Because I want to see a bullish breaker happen. And in order for a bullish breaker to happen, we need to see a bearish order block get inverse. So I start marking out any bearish order block I can and wait to see how price is going to react when we retrace back into this zone. So as you can see here, price taps inside of the bearish order block and respects it immediately, sweeping low, meaning sellers are still in control in this very bearish trend. As well, you could see price made a new bearish order block. So we mark it out. You can see with this candle, the macro starts. So I'm actively looking for trades right now. So we can see here price already shifts from our first bearish order block. So we have now our bullish breaker immediately. So this is my market structure shift. By the way, I'm currently trading inside of the 1 minute time frame. Remember, price is fractional, all right, boys? So, okay, now we have our bias. We're trading inside of the macro. We have our bullish breaker block. Now the last step that we need for this to be a valid unicorn, we need a fair value gap. And you can see here perfectly clear as day, price finally makes a fair value gap. Let me turn this off. We can see here our big gap. So this right here is already a valid entry condition for me. Why? Because we have our breaker block. We have our fair value gap right here. And we're currently trading inside of the macro. And also we had a sweep of our London low. So now we have our contract set. We want our stop loss to be below this protected low. We're targeting a 1 to 1.8. And let's see how this trade would play out. And right there, we get tapped into the trade. So price retraces back inside of the breakaway gap, breaker block combo. This is the exact unicorn model, and this is the exact trade that I took on Wednesday. So now we have our protected low set, our stop loss set, and we have our take profit set. Let's see how this trade will end up playing out. And you can see right there that the trade ends up playing out beautifully. That is the power of the unicorn. Now that you understand the unicorn strategy, I'm going to show you some live trading examples. In case you didn't know, I live stream every single day here on YouTube. So please subscribe if you're interested. Now let's keep going. It's coming back.
Order filled.
Right there, we're tapped on the 3 minute. We are tapped on the 3 minute unicorn. We've already made the decision to enter the trade. And I'm gonna hold with high conviction, high confidence. Do I want to minimize my risk here? Right there, more than enough for me. I will be moving my stop loss to break even. And hopefully price can continue on its merry way towards the buy side.
Order filled.
I'm gonna be fully out there. In all honesty, price is struggling too much. Oh man, it feels, look at that exit, bro. Oh my God, what an exit. Holy shit. Do expect to get tapped in?
Order filled.
Right there. Too enticing. We could get immediately stopped out here, boys. So we're putting a bullish order block. This is most definitely going to be my break even. We do take this high. And that right there is the break even. All right, yeah. I don't want to see price come back anymore. So we've managed to protect our position. And hopefully we could run straight to our target.
Order filled.
I'm going to exit right there, boys, because I do not want to get cooked. I used this exact strategy to turn $500 into $10,000 in 3 months. But don't take it from me. Go ahead, download the checklist, and use this strategy for your own trading. Set a daily lockout risk, 1 trade per day, and you should be good. Like, subscribe, and have a blessed rest of your day.